My name is Indu Priya Sen. I am the student of Sri Bhagwan Das Adarsh Sanskrit Mahavidyalaya. I study in Shastri 5th semester. Now my topic is about what is environmental science. Environmental studies deals with every issue that affects a living organism. It is essentially a multidisciplinary approach that brings about an appreciation of our natural world and human impact on its integrity. It is an applied science as it seeks practical answers to the increasingly important question of how to make human civilization sustainable on the Earth's finite resources. Its components include biology, geology, chemistry, physics, sociology, health, engineering, anthropology, economics, statistics, computers, and philosophy. If we study the natural history of the areas in which we live, we would see that our surroundings were originally a natural landscape such as forest, river, a mountain, desert, or a combination of these elements. Most of us live in landscapes that have been profoundly modified by human beings in villages, towns, or cities. But even those of us who live in cities must get our food supply from surrounding villages, and these, in turn, are dependent on natural landscapes such as forests, grassland, rivers, seashores, for resources such as water for agriculture, fuel, food, fodder, and fish. Thus, our daily lives are inextricably linked with our surroundings and inevitably affect them. We use water to drink and for other day to day activities. We breathe air, we use resources from which food is made, and we depend on the community of living plants and animals which form a web of life, of which we are also a part. Everything around us forms our environment, and our lives depend on keeping its vital system as intact as possible. Our dependence on nature is so great that we cannot continue to live without protecting the earth's environmental resources. Thus, most traditions refer to our environments as Mother Nature, and most traditional societies have learned that respecting nature is vital to protect their own livelihoods. This has led to many cultural practices that have helped traditional society protect and preserve their natural resources. Respect for nature and all living creatures is not new to India. All our traditions are based on these values. Emperor Ashoka's edict proclaimed that all forms of life are important for our well being, and this was as far back as the 4th century BC. Over the past 200 years, however, modern scientists began to believe that easy answer to the question of producing more resources could be provided by the indiscriminate application of technological innovations. Some examples are growing more food by using fertilizer and pesticides, developing better strains of domestic animals and crops, irrigating farmland through mega dams, and developing industry. All this has led to rapid economic growth, and this type of ill considered development has inevitably led to environmental degradation. The industrial development and intensive agriculture that provides the good for our increasingly consumer oriented society uses of large amounts of natural resources like water, minerals, petroleum product, wood, etc. Non-renewable resources such as minerals and wells are those which will be exhausted in the future if you continue to extract this without a thought for subsequent generations. Renewable resources such as timber and water are those which can be used but can be regenerated by natural processes such as regrowth or rainfall. But these too will be depleted if we continue to use them faster than nature can replace them. For example, if the removal of timber and firewood from a forest is faster than the regrowth and regeneration of trees, the supply of wood cannot be replenished, and the loss of forest cover not only depletes the forests of resources such as timber and other non products but also affects our water resources because an intact natural forest acts like a sponge which holds water in the rainy season and releases it slowly over the drier periods. In addition, deforestation leads to flood in the monsoon and dry rivers once the rains are over. Such multiple effects on the environment resulting from routine human activities must be understood by each one of us. if it is to provide us with the resources we need in the long time. Our natural resources can be compared with money in a bank. If you use it rapidly, the capital will be reduced to zero. On the other hand, if you use only the interest, it can sustain us over the longer term. This is called sustainable utilization or development.